welcome back. This is all the stuff that I have left over from rendering fat. You can click on the link below to see that video. These are all, meat scraps and some fat mixed in with it. Lots of cartilage pieces and things that did not render out. So what I'm doing is I'm going to grind them up in my grinder here, and I'm going to do it twice. This is the first grind here. You can see how it comes out. It's nice. This is cold, so the fat is pretty solid. These are just crumbly little bits. I'll probably add some kind of binder or water, maybe a little bit of sugar or something like that, brown sugar, just to get these things to stick better. Then I'm going to put them through the jerky gun and dehydrate them into jerky sticks, make some dog treats or cat treats. So I'll let you know how it comes out. Check it out. All right, so that's the final pile. I think I have quite a bit of fat still left in there because I did not grind it prior to rendering it. So I think I'm going to try to render it one more time before I make any kind of dog treats with these. I think it'll have too much fat in it. So I'm going to go ahead and put this back in the crock pot, get some more fat out of it, and then try to make what's left into some treats. All right, it's back in the crock pot. I still got a bunch to do, so I'm going to go ahead and put some water in here with salt. So let's use it floating a little bit. That's pretty good right there. Put it on. Put it on 300. Let it go for a little bit. Come back, check on it. I might be able to add more of this, or I'll have to do another batch. I'm not sure, but we'll see. Okay, so I'll let this cool off in the pot. And now we have this. All the fat is solid on the top, and all the meat is on the bottom with no fat. So then I can use this meat and make some dog treats. Scrape some of that off and reprocess the fat and do it again. Okay, so here's another block of fat. I was able to extract out all that ground up meat. This is all meat now. Very, very little fat in there. Still pretty liquid even though it's cold, so that means there's no fat in there. This fat is really hard, basically at room temperature, and I'm outside. This is still moving. So this is pretty much all meat. So I'm going to add some organ meat to this and run it through the jerky shooter and make some sticks for the dogs and cats and whoever else. I'm going to use that for some soaps, candles, and whatever else. I'm just going to run that through a few more times in water and salt, clean it up, get rid of the rest of that, and make a nice white block of tallow on that. And this will go through a little bit more drying and add some meat to it, and we'll make some jerky. Okay, so we toss this back into the crock pot. It's got water and salt, and there's meat stuck on the other side of that. I'm gonna let this all completely melt and then solidify again, and all that meat should kind of come out. And I'll probably do that one more time to clean it up like I did before. Alright, so here's the finished product. It's a lot smaller than it was because all the water is out of it. There was quite a bit of water in it from when I actually processed it originally, so it's all gone. Honestly, it smells a lot like raw, dry dog food. It's very dry. I really didn't put any kind of fillers in it or anything like that, so it's just straight up venison. I added some raw ground venison to it, but this is basically pre-cooked, pre-ground, pre-cooked, pre-boiled venison that we processed to extract some of the fat out of it. And then this is you know, my attempt to not waste anything from the animal that we take. And we're going to use this for, you know, dog treats, or you can just mix it with your dog food. Honestly, this is the first time I'm really doing it because I don't even have a dog. I'm doing this for a friend of mine. So I'm hoping that this is going to be a good treat for him and his dogs, because we're going to get his dogs all trained up to search for sheds. So hopefully this will inspire him, get him some nice treats. Not very formed, not very beautiful, but I don't think the dogs care. So works for me, works for them, and hopefully he likes it. Yeah, I took out all the fat for the most part, so there's no fat really in this. There's a limit, I'm sure there's some, but nothing like what it was, because we boiled it out several times before we ended up with this final product of just basically boiled meat, and that was removed from that whole process. So this is what we end up with. It's pretty crumbly. I left it go for about 24 hours. It's very dry. I'd taste it, but nah. You know, I did add some salt to the water. I will probably taste it, but all right, fine, I'll taste it. Let's see what you got. I mean, it ain't my jerky, but it'll work for the dogs. Got a little bit of salt to it, not too crazy though. I'm sure the dogs will appreciate it. Add a little flavor to it, but it's definitely not too salty. Gonna keep making this crumbed up mash here, and I'm gonna go ahead and give it to my buddy and see if his dogs like it. And if it is worthwhile, I will continue to do this. I think it is worthwhile because I really don't like wasting any of this stuff. You know, we take an animal's life. I like to really use as much of it as I can. I try to use everything. I do things with the antlers. I do things with the bones. I do things with the organ meat. I definitely eat the organ meat. So this is just one more thing I can add to my list of things that I do with the animals that I take, and show my respect and my thanks. And hope you guys enjoyed this, and we'll test this out on the dogs and make sure they like it. It's up to you if you think it's worthwhile doing it. I think it is. Plus we got all that fat, blocks of fat, which I will make a bunch of soap with, and candles. And I don't typically cook with it because it's probably not the greatest thing for me, but you can for sure cook with it. It's better than cooking with, you know, store-bought bottled oils, for sure. But I don't fry a lot of things, so not for me. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and like, subscribe, and try to do as much as you can with the animals that you take. And if you don't like hunting and you don't like killing and all that stuff, at least if you eat meat, respect the process. All right, thank you.